I just finished 12 weeks of the Artist's Way workbook. I am so freaking proud of myself. It's a spiritual path to creativity, to higher creativity. It has been emotionally taxing. Some weeks were better than others, but I got through the whole thing. And I feel very strong and in my power and in my unapologetic creative bag, baby. Like, it's been a long time coming, and these books couldn't have come at the most perfect time. Like, I was backstage at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and I saw one of my friends. We used to go to Alvin Ailey together in ballet class. We had ballet class together. And she was reading this book, and she was explaining to me how taxing it is and how most people don't get through it by themselves, or they do it in groups. So I'm proud of myself to say that I got through it, and I got through it by myself. Okay. I'm a Scorpio, so I just deep dive into everything. I'm very curious. I'm not afraid. So I got all three of the books, all three of the things. You have the Artist Way book, and then you have the Morning Pages journal. And this is a 3-page journal every day for the whole 12 weeks. Like, look at all of that. Like, that's a fucking book. Like, I did that. And the morning pages, wow, very challenging. Like, she even says, like, there's going to be days where you hate this and there's some times where you love this. Honestly, I found myself running to these pages in the morning because once I started to do them, I realized it like flushes my brain out in this way where I don't have to think about all of these little things, that this chatter that just is in my brain all day. Like, you write down all the damn chatter, and then you go out through the day and your brain is a little bit more clear and you can think a little better and create more. And then there's the workbook. And then the workbook has different exercises. There's like at least 7 or 12 exercises each week. And honestly, these were pretty easy to get through. I mean, for me at least. Like, there's some where I was like, damn, this is gonna take me a second, and then I'll have to like walk away and then come back. But other ones were really fun. This looks disgusting now, but I had to go pick some flowers for myself and put them in there. And then I had to do like a vision board, like how glamorous. And then it like tells you, there was this exercise called the North Star, and like, what is your North Star? And I realized my North Star is glamour. Like, I love glamour. Yeah, it's been great. And I finished it all yesterday. It was my last day. I feel relieved, and I also feel like, oh God, like, I hope I keep this up. I know I'll keep it up, but there's that feeling of like, damn, I really hope I continue this process without the book. So I'm gonna keep doing the morning pages. And then there's this activity called the artist date every week, and you have to take yourself out on a solo date every week. It doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be like super crazy, just like you time doing something creative. And that has been really helpful. She talks about how your inner artist is your inner child and how that inner child needs to be nurtured. And so I give her that time. I give her that time. And we have gotten really close over the last 12 weeks, me and my inner child. Like, I hear her even call me mommy. Like, I feel we are really there. Like, I grew up in a home, or just in an environment that wasn't very supportive, like, not even like as a person, but especially artistically. Like, no one was really pushing my artistic vision that way. And then when I did start to thrive at anything, like, it was like this whole big thing. Like, Megan thinks she's all that. Like, oh, child, just trying to make me feel so bad for being a shining fucking star. And we're not there anymore. Like, I recognize my inner star and I recognize my inner child, and I encourage her as much as I can. And this book has really helped me get all of those negative thoughts out of my way. and a sense of compassion for myself, because those thoughts didn't come just from my brain. Like they came from actual people that said to me, you know, you aren't gonna be anything. Like, oh, it gets really deep. I don't even know if I want to go that deep into like all the shit people have said to me, but they have been really negative things. And when you let that pile up on you and you're trying to grow up and like push through that, I think that's where I was going wrong all of these years, is I was trying to push through them rather than addressing them, correcting them, and then moving on. And this book really allowed me the agency and the actual space and the exercises to not only name these people, but to write down what they said and then to rewrite what they said and to rewrite my whole upbringing. And wow, the way that has been so healing and transformative to me as just like a person who is capable of receiving love. Like I've been able to receive so much more love. Like look at this environment. Like this is the environment that I conjured up inside. And now it's here in the real life flesh. Like I'm no longer in survival mode. And I think I was in survival mode because I grew up in survival mode. So I always felt like this was the only way that I could be living. You know, I made it out of survival mode and I made it to the other side and I made it withered and tethered and beat the fuck up, girl. Like I was just, dragging that one foot behind. But I got into the artist way and it came at the perfect time because I was like, who am I as an artist? Who am I as a person? How do I even get out of these ideas? I have so many ideas. Where do I even fucking start? And I'm telling you, this book like gets you to a place where you're like, okay, I don't have to tackle the whole mountain right now. Let me just start with the base. And then before you know it, you have like three mountains in front of you that you just made. And it's like, wow, I am really that girl. I am really that girl. Like it's been good. And now that I feel fully recovered and healthy, she even talks about like once you like hit that mark and once you get to where you want to be, like tests will come up, and three different tests have come up for me in the last couple of days. Like, okay, so the test was I have this wet blanket friend who just tried to push realistic expectations on me, like an office job, a salary, and like blah blah blah, like security and all that. And listen, that's for some people. For me, I have learned to trust my artistic integrity. I have learned to trust the guidance that has been given to me. I don't jump unless I hear it in my head first, unless my spirit guides and my team are telling me that's exactly, and my intuition is telling me that's what I need to do. And then I'll go. Like, I listen to my intuition first and only now. And, money is flowing. Like, it's not like a salary thing where I know, okay, every month this is how much I'm making. Like some months I'm making a shit ton of money and some months I'm not making a shit ton of money. But it's about budgeting and planning ahead. And that's just the artistic lifestyle. And I've learned to embrace it and realize this is a lifestyle that works for me, regardless of like, societal expectations and other people's self doubt that they place on me. Anyway, that was a test that I had this week because that friend tried to resurface in my life, and I had to be stern and say, no, baby, I love you, but this isn't going to work, which is so different. This is a new version of Megan because I normally would have been like, okay, I understand. Like, let's have this drawn out conversation, blah, blah, blah. I'll teach you how to be better. uh, we're not there anymore. Like, if I have to teach you how to support me, this is no longer aligned. Okay. Two, I have not checked LinkedIn in like 100 years. But something told me to check LinkedIn. And the same day that I checked LinkedIn, I had a message from a company offering me a position, which is like so random. It was so random. This is like a couple days ago. And I'm talking about like a great company, okay? They work with like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Apple. Like they're working with like these name brand people. The job is of course in New York City, and like it was just a test to see, am I gonna continue to choose me, or am I gonna like throw everything that I worked on and just like go back to New York City and get back into the cycle of working for somebody else? And it's like, sure, on one hand, yeah, you'll have these connections and you'll have a stable salary or whatever. But I've done that already. I did that. And I made those connections. And I think I have enough connections. Um, I think I'm good on the connections. But it's like, am I going to run because those big names have some kind of prestige to them? Or am I going to recognize that my name also is building prestige? It's like, are you gonna really believe in that? It's like spirit came to test me to see like which one are you gonna choose, darling? And the old me would have been like, Puerto Rico, I'll see you later. Like I'm gonna be in New York. I'll catch you on the fucking winter time for a couple of days. Like I probably would have jumped ship, but the new me, I'm so grounded in how I feel. I can see the vision. I see Marcano being a household name. I see Marcano collection being fire as fuck and being a household name. Like it all starts with belief, and it all starts with allowing yourself the cojones, the fucking balls, the fucking uniqueness, nerve, and talent, bitch. Are you gonna have the uniqueness, nerve, and talent? Like it takes nerve to say no. It takes nerve to choose yourself, and not only one day, but every day. So test two, yeah. So I'm staying. I'm staying, and I'm believing in myself, and I'm believing in the vision 100%. And some days the vision is blurry and some days it's clear, but regardless, I know that I am moving forward to what the fuck I believe in. And in a couple of years, y'all gonna be watching this video being like, damn, this bitch believed in herself for the whole time. Okay, test number three has just been family members coming up and trying to rain on my parade. Like I have stepped into a life of luxury and a life of abundance because I created that from within my mind. I created that from within my heart. Like I believed I could get here. And then some people, you want them to be happy for you, and sometimes people just can't be happy for you. And that has nothing to do with me. And this book has really taught me to recognize that in people sooner, and never to apologize for the grace that has been blessed upon me. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not there anymore. This is a test now. And I can see how when I was younger, how this would affect me. Like I was dancing for a long time, and I will never call myself this, but underprivileged youth, and at-risk youth, especially as a minority, they treat you like you have one shot to make it out of the hood, like you got one shot to make it out of the ghetto. Like if I wasn't clinging to dance my entire life, I wasn't gonna be shit. They made me feel so bad for leaving Alvin Ailey. And I got there after college on a full scholarship, and I left because I was bored out of my mind. Like it was my dream, and my dream came true. And then I realized I'm dreaming of more. So I want more, and I left and went after more. And that's totally freaking okay. I'm a multifaceted artist. Like I love dance, but I also love to sing, write songs, film, take photos, take videos. She's a creative director. She's many things. But growing up in a place where there's so much scarcity and you find one good thing, dance, they're like, if you don't cling on to this dance for the rest of your life, you ain't never gonna make it out the hood. And I'm like, that is just a limiting belief that you guys have, that you have placed on me my entire life. And I'm no longer having it. Like, I'm going to create whatever the fuck I want. So If I'm a musician, I'm a musician, bitch. If I'm doing video, I'm doing video. Like it just has to be. I had to get a little bit more stern and more centered within myself to buck up and buck back to people and society telling me that I can only be one thing. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I feel like it's getting really long. The artist way is the way. Like, if you are an artist and you feel blocked and you don't know why, if you feel creatively stifled and you just don't know how to get out of that, the artist way will get you from point A all the way to Z. Like, you will make it to the other side if you just stay consistent with the book. Grab your copy. There's a link in the description onto the Amazon store. Grab your copy. Like, even if you're not an artist and you just want more creativity in your life, the book is for you. If you need any help or any guidance on getting through the book, reach out to me. My email is everywhere, or you can DM me on any social media platform or just text me. I'm always available for you. Let's keep it going. 2025 is our fucking year, bitch. Okay, I'm not gonna say bitch, but 2025 is our year. Let's keep it going. Okay, I think I'm done.